very little. There are some Loxan refugees that are leaving because of civil war over there as well. The whole Hammer world has gone crazy, it seems. But we are very careful about letting Lox in, as I just told Ikrie here. We captured some spies recently. The only thing that I know of over there is the civil war in Lox disturbed a sleeping dragon, which was not very happy about being awoken.
So this fire was likely caused by a dragon?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. I do understand that the southern part of the Whispering Woods, the troops were being marched and a lot of the trees were being clear-cut to feed the war machine of Lox. So a lot of the residents of the Whispering Woods, the different elves, some of the gnomes and things like that, actually moved farther north. So I am hoping that they weren't injured, but to the best reports I can find out, the dragon that is roaming around there now is very much alike the one that used to threaten Yaren generations ago.
I try to keep a straight face at that. Very well. Anything that threatens my homeland, I will see dealt with someday.
Does anyone else?
Your Majesty.
Yes, Master Co.
He's gonna look back at the three of them. That have been some issues that we've been dealing with. I don't know how much they wish to disclose, but there have been some people who got hurt due to our inability to protect them.
As much as the people may make you out to be, Master Co, you are not gods.
I told them.
That's what we try to tell them. However, due to the faith put in us, they have come into harm's way. And while we are doing our best in taking down great evils that we've come across, there's some that have also escaped our grasp a few times and dealt more damage than we wanted.
What is it you are trying to grasp? What evils are you trying to stop?
We're not sure how much of the Zon-Kuthon cult we've dealt with. We've killed one leader, but we don't know how much is left. There was a creature that was stalking us at the shield that had been killing our members. We did kill it, but we didn't, have a way to... We haven't officially made any statements on it, and we're not sure what would be the best way to move forward with that either.
I believe... Well, give me one moment. He picks up the ledger and starts looking through some notes and some papers here. Yes, Agatha is the captain of the guard in that district. You should probably speak with her.
I'm not sure she wants to speak to us right now.
One of the people that was killed by that creature was a love interest of hers, so...
I see. That hits a little close to home, and she may be compromised and find it difficult to deal with this, then.
Perhaps. I will go talk to her.
If you believe it necessary, I can have her replaced.
No, I don't want her replaced.
She may need to, if something this dire has happened, she may just need some leave. I'm not talking about taking her job from her.
Okay. Yeah, maybe give her a week. A bereavement or something.
Everything you describe. Oh. Now, the Zon-Kuthon cult is not the first time I've heard of this. I'm glad you've looked into that and killed the leader, as you said. But the other thing seems like something you brought here to Garen. And I understand what you do comes at its risk. And I would like to ask of you to not put my citizens at risk. But, again, Rayholt has been here before you, and she will stand long after you. You help her the best you can and continue doing the best you can. But Yaren needs you as well. I think getting out and seeing the countryside. What the Shield used to do would be they would send people and travel from town to town, seeing what needed done. Nothing was too trivial for them. There is its own reward in helping someone who is unable to help themselves with their situation. We have a military, we have a town guard. We can stand on our own 2 feet. Perhaps it would be better for you to, again, go out, see the countryside, get some fresh air.
I think that would be best, yes.
Gladly, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
A nod.
His eyes are looking between Kuroku and Ikrie. Either of you have anything to add?
I believe some time away would be good. We have spent much of our lives on the road. Being in one place may not suit us.
You very well could be getting restless and it causing you to overlook things or make mistakes.
I nod.
Ikrie has nothing to add? Wow.
I can't think of anything to say.
That's surprising.
We all make some mistakes, Your Majesty. We're only humanoid mortals. We just have to minimize them as well we can.
Yes, all of us, including the king standing before you, has made mistakes. I do hear in your voice a slight tremble, Miss Setari. I do not know if you speak of your own personal mistakes or one of the others among you, but is there anything I may need to know about so that I don't find out secondhand from someone else?
She stares a little wide-eyed at that for a moment. Your Majesty, I'm just a foolish little elf girl. I don't know how much you know of my past. How much you know of what I've done.
Aren't we all? Oh wait, no, sorry.
I would
I'm a
like to
fool,
I would like to approach within 10 feet of the king for reasons.
I meant to say we are all foolish in our own right. I'm just a foolish little elf girl. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everyone just backs away slowly.
With a shaking hand, I reach down towards my belt to pull out the letter that I've written.
Oh, is that for me?
I take a long, hard stare at it. I think you need to know. I will place it down and then back up, because I'm assuming I'm not supposed to approach the king.
He tilts his head and looks at it, and he goes, "Oh, stairs."
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to?
I don't yet know a high enough level telekinesis to float the king around.
Mage handed it though.
He is more than a bulk.
I don't have mage hand.
Oh, you could have mage hand the letter.
Oh, I could have done that.
I put the letter down, produce flame. No.
Yeah, don't cast spells in front of the king. Probably not a good idea either.
Setari set it down like at the base of the stairs. I assume it's rolled up or something, right?
Commoner?
Change the name.
He's a phony! Get him!
Code does try to peek at the letter, though, if it's opened at all, or however you placed it.
I'm assuming it's folded close.
Yeah, I assume it's folded.
It's folded. It has a seal, probably of the Shield of Yaren or something, or whatever.
Rordrik, there is wax and stamps at the guild hall. You can stamp thing. Okay, he opens the letter and he begins reading.
I take a step back from the others. I am white-faced.
I'm gonna glare at Setari. What do you? She's
Setari.
telling the king she's a cannibal right now. That's not a good time for it.
Yeah, there
She
are
wrote it last night before she found out.
There are certain situations where it's socially acceptable to bring up your cannibalism. This is not one of them.
It's not about that at all.
Yeah.
I eat
wrote it last
people, I'm
night.
sorry. He takes the letter, closes it, sets it beside him, and lets out a deep sigh. He then stands back up and begins walking.
We'll step aside.
He embraces you in a hug.
I am stunned. I take a moment and slowly...
You feel the cold steel of a dagger into your back. No.
I was gonna say he'd have every right to. It probably wouldn't end well for him, but
he releases the embrace and steps back. Miss Setari.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I suppose they don't teach you in the Whispering Woods what an accident is, do they? This is not your fault. Did you do this? Did you do this with malicious intent? Did you look upon this and go, "This is what's going to happen. I have to do this because of this"?
Oh no!
It was an accident.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Thank you.
Plus, what better drive to save Yeren than fixing your own mistake? Am I right?
Oh, I will tear him apart myself.
And I am happy to hear that. Now, guards, please arrest her. Roku, you work for me now. You're a guard. Arrest her.
Roku shrugs and casts what is it? The fetter thing.
Fetter? Yeah, cast fetter on her. There, she ain't going anywhere. What do I do now?
Whew, okay. You all could probably guess the contents of the letter then, based on
Yeah. So got it.
Yeah.
what happened.
I think I
As the king begins to start walking away, he turns, looks over his shoulder. It's okay. We've all eaten people.
Oh, you do?
He's stolen my bag of chicken fingers.
Yeah. He read your chicken fingers away. He's eating them going up the stairs.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, you brought me a snack, Miss Setari. Hand it here.
Thank you. I fall down to a knee again after that. I'm just so relieved.
Do you have anything more to add?
If Setari told you what I think she told you, I don't think there's anything to that degree that any of us could say.
I like this guy. He's living the good life.
Yep.
Yes. And congratulations to you, Mr. Ko.
What for?
According to Setari's letter, you're going to be a father.
What?
I want a perception check to see if he's joking.
I don't need one.
I was like, what?
Congratulations.
Did he really congratulate me?
You can tell that he is doing very well at keeping a straight face, but he does have one of his lips kind of raises in a slight grin. So you do catch that he is joking. Ikrie.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
What are you doing, Ko?
yeah, technically I have a kid I wanted to go find.
I think you and Setari will be great parents.
And what makes you say that, Your Majesty?
Right.
The wedding at the Custard?
That was not us.
Are you sure? I'm still not sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have? I have been calling you Mr. Coe. Should I be calling you Mr. Oakville?
Don't.
Oh,
I
he
don't
definitely knows my last name now. It's right in front of him.
No, I've known your last name.
Well, no, the king does for sure.
Oh yeah.
To say that.
Thank you, by the way. For
You see his smirk getting
Elijah
just
special.
like slightly bigger.
I mean, Ikrie's face is probably mirroring his. He's trying to not openly laugh.
Is this how court usually goes, Your Majesty? I don't
Setari,
understand.
I can't in good conscience keep this up. I was having a laugh at Master Coe's expense. I got
yes.
you there.
Of course, yes.
As far as who got married, I have no idea. I left before all that happened.
Yeah.
Yes, I tried to deliver that letter. Jokes, yes.
That was
right.
supposed to be the wedding gift, I think.
Wait,
We got really, really messed up.
did you ask for the Elijah special?
Yes.
You hear someone's throat clear when he says that. You look over, and there's a guy that no one noticed before standing over here. The King Elijah turns and goes, "Oh, these are not matters to be discussed here."
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, and the king are somehow bros.
I mean, if you had to be bros with anybody, the king is probably a good person to be bros with.
Before all of you leave, Setari, I meant what I said. You do not need to seek forgiveness, for there is nothing to forgive. You made a mistake. We all make mistakes.
I swear to you, I will pledge my life to make this right.
I thought you were about to say, I swear to you, I will make more mistakes.
Was that too?
Your Highness,
Yes.
I thought of what I want to ask.
Oh, I was about to excuse myself, but he starts sitting back down on the throne. I suppose I have a few more moments. What can I do for you?
I know it's been a long time, but does anyone know what happened to my sister?
What was her name?
Velinor.
Velvalor? Oh, that horrid Velstrand
Velinor.
deity. Oh, sorry.
I clear my throat.
Velinor. I do not know off the top of my head, but I will definitely look into this for you.
I would be very grateful.
You all have tasks, you all have time, and you all have means to get it done. Until next time, I wish you all a lovely day.
I bow and turn to leave.
Thank you for your generosity, Your Majesty.
Let's go. We need to be careful adventuring from now on.
As opposed to when we didn't need to be careful adventuring?
Oh, Setari wasn't pregnant.
Ah, yes,
What?
of course. Congratulations, Setari.
Shut up.
Oh, you coming?
I don't think you had the right to be angry given the king's reaction to your letter.
No, not mad
No,
at him.
is he going?
But Karth has not been here for the past few days, so he does come back home. And there's... Karth, as you do approach the guild hall, you see several of the windows are broken out. They are actually... John Guardsman is in the process of boarding up one of them. You also do see a wagon with a couple covered bodies on it being carried out of the guild hall. John Guardsman is handling that as well, and if asked, tells you that he has taken them to be buried at the appropriate place.
Why did Kuroku just dash out?
Because I never made it back from the Kings. I never came back here.
So I'll just put myself. Am I full healed and everything?
2 days have passed. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you had to cast your own spells, but 2 days have passed.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, John Guardsman has been a blessing upon this place.
Yeah, he's great.
He's very diligent, very loyal, and
He passed your test, so.
hammer. I did. I accidentally hit the wrong tab and closed the game.
Karth is going to look at the cart, look at the broken windows, sigh.
Yeah, this window and this window are shattered.
And he's walk up to John. John, what happened?
Oh, well, welcome home, Karth. There was a person that was attempting to attack Yoshito. A couple people were killed. In the ensuing battle, a lot of the windows were broken. There's more that has happened, but it might be best to talk to the others. Although I would like to ask you something. The bodies that I do have here, there were some kobolds. I believe Ko has already taken care of them and gotten them buried. The couple other people here that need to be buried, I have no issues with, but I am unsure what to do or how to bury this creature. And he lifts back the tarp, and you see the corpse of Hamler sliced in half.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yep.
Karth had to find out about it that way.
Hamler. No. How?
I was upstairs during the battle, so I didn't see exactly what had happened. But I know several of your friends were injured, and I took it upon myself to try to gather the dead to give them a proper sending away. But again, I'm not sure what exactly to do with this creature.
Did I do a religion check to see, how do you bury a demon?
Devil?
Devil.
He was becoming very pious in the ways of Apsu, so I thought it fitting to just give him a good Apsu burial. Preaching the word of him over. Would that be? Do you think that would be appropriate?
Yeah, if he was investing himself in the ways of Apsu, I don't see why that would be a problem. I can talk to Ko and let him handle that.
I also, while going through some of his things, I came across this letter, and because of how everything that happened last night, I wasn't sure if it was the proper time, but I am leaving today. So could you hand this to Miss Ikrie, please?
Yes, of course. He takes the letter from him and pockets it. I'm a bit ashamed. I'm absent when the assassin strikes. I could have done more. I should have been here. Thank you, John.
Yes, sir. You should probably go see to the others. They should be waking by now, but I know it was a very rough day for them yesterday.
Understood. Karth walks in. Hi, everybody.
Karth!
Hello, Karth.
Karth, in case you happen to look at the letter, I am whispering you what the letter says, so you can read it to Ikrie, because that would be cool.
Okay.
Go, Huxley.
Oh, our Karth returns the hug, kind of picks him up and swings him around a little bit.
Yeah,
He looks different than last time you saw him. Look at his token.
that's true.
Ko, you look a bit more dragon-like.
Yep.
He sets him down. Are you
He's a thing of
taller?
dragon.
Kuroku,
No.
why are you not here?
I left after meeting the king and went to the wizard tower.
When? Everyone said they went back to the guild hall.
I did not. I said that I did not go back to the guild hall.
At the end of last session?
At the end of the last session, we were still in the King's Court. We hadn't made it back yet.
It was like at night, so you went to the Wizard's
It was in
Tower.
the morning.
It
when
was
we
in the
went.
morning
We-
when you went to
we
see
met
the
the
king.
king at
when
like
you left
9
the
o'clock in the
king,
morning.
so that's right. It's midday. You're right. Or it's mid-morning. So then, okay, you went straight there, and you're trying to learn those spells you told me about.
Yes, I'm not wasting
Okay.
the day.
Okay.
Karth reaches into his pocket and hands Ikrie a letter. John gave this to me to give to you.
Okay.
And it,
Here, I'll copy paste it to Taylor.
Karth probably wouldn't have read it if it was intended for Ikrie.
Well, it didn't really say a name, but
He said
did.
hand it to Ikrie.
yeah. Okay,
Yes.
it does have Ikrie's name on it. Here's your letter.
And Karth's gonna give Setari a hug and Ikrie a hug after Ikrie's done reading the letter.
When you go to give Setari a hug, she's smiling. And when you pick her up, she gives you a little peck on the cheek. Hello, Karth.
Karth sets her down slowly, kind of tilts his head a little bit. You feeling alright, Setari?
I feel great. Better than I have in a long time.
I feel like I missed some things.
Perhaps.
Chat about it later.
Ikrie, what is your reaction to the letter?
Karth, you said John Guardsman gave you this?
Yeah.
You know, no, it says to Ikrie from Hamler.
Oh! Oh. That makes much more sense. Fine.
John didn't know how to write.
I think Chadwick did today.
I'm sorry, everyone. I should have been here. John told me what happened. I get these deific pilgrimages, and I just vanish. It's like a god calling.
We all have our callings.
The way you're talking as Setari, I'm just picturing her like a high school horny teenager staring at Karth and twirling her hair.
Not quite, but she's happier than you've seen her in a long time, yes.
Karth just side-eyes her every now and again. But the assassin, was he or she taken care of?
To some extent.
Okay. Yeah,
Killed
what's...
the assassin sent.
Oh, what kind of creature was it?
Some aberration.
Actually, no, it is.
Speaking of assassins, where is Kuroku?
Since we were all together, I would have said I'm heading to the guild,
Okay.
the mages guild.
Okay.
He went off to the library at the Mages Guild.
Gotcha. Alright.
All of you hear a loud clanging sound of metal banging on metal, and you look up and see Laren banging a pot. Breakfast ready, sit down, eat, yum.
What's in it?
Setari takes off running.
Garth,
Yes.
very, very careful about what you eat from him.
I spoke to him. It shouldn't happen again.
Hopefully not.
Oh,
Karth should know.
what happened?
The
You
last
didn't need
meal,
any of it.
the last meal he tried to serve us was made from the legs of one of the dead. Actually, from Jonathan, after he was killed by that creature.
Oh,
It-
right.
As well as his brain.
He didn't know any better.
Yes.
What is it?
Look, I don't understand how you
Setari,
could
a
better
huge
either, but he
platter
didn't.
of fruits, cheeses, and sausages, like link sausages, are put in front of you.
Okay. I won't eat the cheese, but I'll eat the rest.
Ikrie talked to him about it.
I should hope so. He's just such a strange little man.
He didn't understand. He thought that anything in the storeroom was food, and therefore could be used. And it was the best place to preserve the bodies before they got buried. So,
Right, but he couldn't distinguish, a human leg, human brain. He was just like,
oh no, he knew it was human. He just didn't know it wasn't okay to consume them.
what kind of kitchens has this man worked in?
I have no idea.
More concerning is how
Karth kind of stands there for a second thinking. He's like, well, I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat.
Alright.
Yeah,
It's the kitchen. It's been or the dining hall. Yeah, here we go.
I'm gonna go hide before he comes and finds me.
Hello, Karth.
Setari.
Okay, you like the cheeses? I'm not a fan of those.
Karth
How could
sits
you not
down
like
slowly.
I don't know. I've
Watch
never
us through
liked
the
it.
window.
Oh, that's creepy.
Karth sits down slowly, watching Setari. Sure, I would love some cheese.
She's happily eating away.
Human cheese.
Karth looks at Ikrie kind of.
You can make cheese with human milk.
Satari
Yes,
finished
he
the last
could.
meal.
Karth looks at Ikrie, kind of catching her eye, and just mouths, "What the hammer?"
Oh, no.
The sausage is pork.
Okay, thank God.
Okay.
Karth starts.
Byron comes back in with another tray of still sizzling bacon and lays it out before you.
Wait,
Make bacon and a human ass.
Karth would like to recall knowledge. Has Setari always eaten meat?
Meat? Yeah.
Okay.
There was one time long ago before Lan did his little speech to her, she talked about becoming vegetarian, but she never did.
Okay. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to figure this out. Karth starts. eating
Laren
low.
lays the bacon down. Looks up and goes, Miss Ikrie, no food here. Talk first. I make sure I ask if talk, it not talk, so I cook.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, Miss Setari. I know you like talk meat. And he just kind of starts whistling to himself and strolls out.
You seasoned it so well. It tasted just as good as, if not better than anything else you make.
Hold on a second.
I told you she finished that meal.
Yes, Karth?
Karth looks down at his plate and starts quietly eating his sausage.
Hold on a second. And it's nothing. Says nothing.
Karoka jumps out the window when I'm talking to him. Karth just goes quiet. Jeez. You'd think I'm a monster or something. Take a piece of bacon from in front of him.
I mean, cannibalism is a monstrous act, Setari.
You've seen me bite, tear apart so many different things. You really think
In defense of your friends, not for your own personal pleasure.
This was already cooked and prepared, and you were enjoying it too.
Yeah, until I found out what it was.
Karth suddenly looks up. Cannibalism! That's the word I was trying to think of.
Oh, okay, yes, very well. You found the term for it.
You guys ate people?
Yes.
I threw it up.
Setari, you were okay with this.
Go opens the window. I didn't eat any of it.
What do you? Yes, I put everything in my mouth. Meat is meat to me. I don't understand why this seems like such a difference to you. I didn't kill the man to eat him. I've never done that.
Right, but I know you. You would not be okay with eating human meat. Even if it was cooked and prepared.
That really doesn't sound like the Setari that we know and love.
I mean, You always talk about trying to not be a monster, but that is monstrous what you did.
This conversation is going on.
Okay.
Setari, you are still eating the sausage and the bacon. It tastes good, don't get me wrong. You know Laren is a great chef. But as you're eating it, you feel as if something's missing. There's a certain flavor you can't put your finger on that you're craving. And as that thought crosses your mind, and you are having this conversation with Karth and Ikrie, don't get me wrong, you hear almost like a slow rumble in the back of your head that gets louder before it finally forms the word. In this like low growling male voice, hunger.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, probably in the middle of the conversation, she just goes a little wide-eyed for a moment and starts looking around.
Setari, are you okay?
Yes, I think so. I'm the only one that heard that, didn't I?
What did you hear?
What?
Yeah. Hungry.
Is this part of the reason that Ko is outside staring through the window?
Open the window. No, it's because of Blair. I don't want him to come find me.
Then don't stand next to a window.
He still wants to participate.
Well, I mean, he's got to pick one or the other.
Just cast invisibility and hang out in the room.
You heard a voice that said hunger in your head. Was it yours?
No. So, there's some part of me that thinks it's familiar.
You are acting a little odd.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to... It's been hard. Ever since we came to this city. Everything's just gone wrong.
Say it then, Ko, if you're opening the window and basically interrupting.
Oh, we have a job?
Yeah.
Before Karth addresses that, can I do a... this might be a stretch, a warfare lore to see if Setari is suffering from any signs of PTSD?
That is so much of a stretch that I'll allow it.
Okay.
A real
Hey,
war knowledge check right there.
Blind.
Hey, Hydra.
What's that?
Did all your spells get swapped around in your spellbook?
Swapped around?
Yeah. My spells are out of order, and I cannot reorder them.
My
Setari
spells have
does-
never been in order.
Setari does seem a little off, but I wouldn't... You don't think she's shell-shocked.
Okay.
At least not from one thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what this job is about, and we'll table this for another time.
You know what? Yeah, let's go in.
Alright. I mean, it's not like we're all going to die today or anything. We don't.
What?
She was,
What?
she was making a joke. Is really so.
He is
Yeah.
looking around nervously.
What did you need? What problem are you having?
Is there like an extra plate or something that I can offer him food?
There's huge platters of food, so yes.
I'll
Laren always makes way more than any of you can eat.
sit down, eat.
Knowing I'm gonna die today doesn't give me much appetite.
What? No, that's not what she...
We just said you're not going to die today.
She said she's not going to die.
Yeah, you'll be fine, I'm sure.
Well,
Maybe.
this place is weird.
I can't argue against that.
Do you? I mean, it was always an urban legend. It was always just a joke, you know. Even when I was a kid, we used to dare each other. How close can you get? But now, you know, when you always hear the stories, oh, they don't come back. But when it's your own kids, it's different. Can you help me?
We'll do what we can.
Yeah.
What is
What
this
has
place? Thing,
I-
person.
I've traveled here for a ways. Just a little outside of Rayholt. Lots of little farming villages, hard to tell one from the other. But, some of the farmland up on this hill is this large manor. And, you know, growing up for generations, we'd always dare each other, oh, you gotta go to the haunted manor and see how close you could get. I always tried to bring back souvenirs and things like that. It was kids' games. But a group of the kids from our town went. One of them was my son. And it was a group of 5 kids. My son and 2 of the other children didn't come back.
Say this place is haunted.
Do you have any experience with it? You know, we always thought it was just a spooky old house and it was all myth, but if it's really haunted, is the Shield of Yeren the right people? I don't know who to go to. The town guard said that they would look into it, but I mean, the Rayholt City Guard don't do much for the people outside of Rayholt.
Oh, we have a
What is the
couple.
first haunting we've dealt with?
We have a couple of members of the Shield who are very familiar with haunted, ghost, dead people. He looks at Ko. Things like that.
That's right, Mist.
Yes, thank you for your input.
I don't deal with no ghosts.
Next character I make is going to have a cat familiar.
Oh, I'm very ready to go deal with someone dead.
That has no
Waiting for that.
its house and
Oh, Kuroko's not here.
One
Ooh.
So, this haunted. Oh, no. No.
Miss Setari, do you need protecting? What the
Hammer.
is that?
he's a servant. Don't worry about it.
No, I don't
That is
need
exactly
any
what it looks
protection.
like. He won't hurt you.
I will go back to my duties. The east window is guarded.
Told you he wouldn't hurt you.
Karth closes the door even though he's up hammer. Ghost.
Even though it's the
Anyway.
ghost's job to close doors.
Yes.
So haunted mansion, kids missing. That sounds right up the Shield's alley.
No one's lived in this mansion in a while.
My parents and my parents' parents even remember the haunted, spooky manor on the hill. No one's lived there for as far back as I have any knowledge.
Has anyone gone missing before?
There's been stories here and there. The manor's outside of our town, so, you know, kids from different towns will travel through there. The rolling hills and the plains are very pretty and very safe, so, you know, kids wander off, do their own thing. I did at that age.
Could someone have moved in recently? That's why they haven't returned. Place doesn't have to be haunted.
I don't know.
We can go investigate, right?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
like
Kuroku first, but yeah.
missing
So-
children is definitely something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I doubt the place is haunted. There's no such thing as ghosts.
Yeah.
Ko, there's one in our house.
I know, I'm joking. No.
I missed your humor, little buddy.
I mean, we could fix that.
Karth kind of looks at the man. I don't know what she wants.
Excuse me, sir, why are you meowing at me?
I'm just
If
meowing behind Karth's shoulder the whole time.
Yeah, we're gonna say that's Setari, like, leaning over Karth.
Karth hands the man a piece of bacon and he's like, "Don't worry, my friend. The Shield of Yeren is on the case.
You're gonna get my son back to me?
We will certainly try."
Here, he takes a meager coin purse and sets it on the table. It's my life savings, but it's Worth it. Here.
I don't think we need that.
I don't want
Personally.
to take your life savings for this.
Maybe you can give us half after the job's done.
Kind
Okay.
of look at Karth like, what did you say?
I just
Well,
shrug.
Still need money. I'm just not gonna take all of it. Just half, and then
You have more food on this table than I've had in my house for the past week.
Exactly why we
Oh.
don't need to take his money at all.
Has he been eating? He hasn't been eating, has he?
No, he's way too nervous and anxious.
Okay. Have some food.
Karth's gonna wrap up some of the food in a like napkin / cloth and be like, "Here, take it."
Okay, I will take this food along with this bag of holding with 10,000 platinum in it that you didn't want.
But
That he has been saving very aggressively.
These two stories don't add up.
Why do you think he hasn't been eating?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Setari or Karth's eyes widen a little bit, and he looks at Setari. When you kissed my cheek earlier, were you tasting me?
She probably does laugh at that, actually.
All right. I'll escort you.
We laugh at that.
No, it's just happy to see you.
Why
Is that
are
alright?
they tasting each other in there?
You're weird. Don't worry about it.
Well, how did
We
I
will-
taste?
I will pack up things and leave meat as soon as possible.
Okay, he shows you on a map the location of it so that you can easily get there. You need to get outside of the city, and then it's another 3 or 4 hour travel to get to where this manor is, just outside of Rayhole.
All right.
Is it so tough? I know. I've tasted orc before.
All right then. I'm gonna go make sure Ko doesn't need any help.
Hey, where'd Karth go?
He's looking for you.
Why are you?
Did I miss it?
He's out the window again.
Oh,
Cole, where did you become so creepy?
Ko, just get inside the room like a normal kobold.
Oh, I was gonna go do some things while you guys prepare to leave. You showed me on the map where it is, so unless you're all ready to leave right now.
I am already down the spell today, so.
Well, we
Oh, I don't want to leave them there for another day.
He said his son or
Oh,
the
hey,
kids
Grogu.
went missing yesterday.
yeah.
And Kuroku just left again.
I feel. Wait, Kuroku was here?
No.
Yeah, he just messed. No, probably not. This token just moved by me.
Yeah, I believe time is of the essence. I personally think it isn't haunted. It's someone kidnapping children, and I don't even want to think about what they could be doing, so we need to hurry.
I hope they are undead, so I can tear apart some of them finally.
So I don't have 1 to 2 hours to do something.
Karth kind of just looks at Setari. Did I miss anything happening with the undead?
No.
Ari's unhappy about the ghost.
Right, Roy. I have mixed feelings myself, but that's lower on the list of priorities. What?
Hello?
What the fuck is that?
Was breakfast good?
Oh, God.
Oh, that is not at all what
Well-
I imagined. Okay.
Yeah, that's not at all what I think.
It was very good. Thank you.
Yes. Lovely as always, Lyra.
Food not talk. I do good, Miss Ikrie.
Yes, you did very well.
Why you look at me weird?
I wasn't aware that I was.
That look was for me, Larry. Don't worry. I understand. Ah.
Hey. He's all over the place.
This window open.
Oh yeah, it was a little hot in here, so we. Oh, there he goes. So, according to the map, It's like 3 to 4 hours away. What is it? A little close to noon at this point?
Well,
Little Co, Mr. Co, come back.
Oh,
it will take us a while to get out of the city. This place is so huge.
I'm chasing you with the mini. You must not see it.
oh yeah, see it on that. I came back downstairs.
Oh, he can't see other tokens.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, Larian, what's up?
Come with me. I cooked something special. You.
All right. Hold on, is he gonna cook me?
I
He just
typed in gnome on Foundry, and Deep Rock Gnome was something that popped up, and I was like, Laren is now this insane-looking old gnome guy thing.
He needs a beard net when he cooks, though. I don't want to find out.
That's his seasoning.
I thought
He
was his beard net.
he opens a cloche, and on it you see a small egg, about the size of a quail egg.
what type of egg is that?
This baby, I remember you say like babies.
Depends on what kind.
This in hot water baby.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. But what type of bird laid this egg?
I don't know what baby mama is. Just baby.
Okay.
I find baby. I cook baby.
I guess I'll roll nature if the
Okay.
egg stands out to me.
It has no shell on it, so it's not
Oh, okay.
impossible. By the size of it, you would think something like a quail.
Okay.
That's really about it. I mean, the egg is about half the size of a chicken.
But it's a hard-boiled egg.
Yes,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
it's already been shelled.
All right. Yeah. He'll try it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The shell is still on it.
Oh, okay.
He hands it to you. You bite it. Eat. Yum.
With the shell or without the shell?
He cracks the shell around
Okay.
like the top and takes the shell off for you. Bite. Yum.
All right. He'll try it.
Into it, you feel a crunch.
Okay.
You have just had balut.
Trying to remember what that is.
A
Good.
fermented egg, generally from a duck, sometimes from a chicken. You look down and you just bit the head off of a premature baby duck.
Okay, so the texture isn't too bad, but it just tastes mostly like a slightly rotten boiled egg. That's the flavor.
Why would you want to eat something slightly rotten?
It's not like slightly. I don't know. It was really good. I enjoyed it when I ate it.
Extremely popular in Europe.
More than likely, Coat.
It would be popular here in America, but
Coat's
Americans
traveled.
don't
He's
like
tried
eating
different
things that
foods.
think they're gross. Yeah, you've probably had balut before.
Yeah, so he doesn't care. He'll eat it.
Yep. It is very good. There is some kind of gooey substance in the center of it that you can't figure out what it is, though.
Why would it be? Was it added or was it just part of it?
It appears to have been added. It doesn't appear to be duck or egg or anything like that.
What?
If you look at the bottom of the egg, you will see a small injection hole.
Okay. What'd you add to this?
Secret sauce. Yummy.
Alright, I'm not going to question that. Thank you for the egg. It was delicious.
Finish egg. Never
Yes.
see you eat. You eat more. Grow big, strong like Karth.
Yeah, he finishes it.
Don't make me find you and ham feed you. I see how Karth feeds you. Do I need get spoon? Go. Rrr?
No, Karth. I'll have Karth handle that.
I have word with Karth. You need eat better.
Alright. You know what? He just left. Where is his...
Mr. Karth,
Yes.
make sure little one eat more. Grow up big, strong like you.
Make sure what?
Little one, Mr. Co.
Oh. Yes, of course. I'll
not eat enough.
Right. Yeah, I'll make sure that he eats more.
While he's out, I'm gonna try to figure out what he added to it. Is there anything that's, that he keeps the sauce in, or something?
Not that you can see from around there, but there is the pantry.
No. Alright, I'm gonna open the pantry.
You open the pantry, hanging upside down from the ceiling, right there is a corpse. The eyes have been carved out of it, and you see a bowl next to it with some flour and some sugar sitting there. And it looks like he took the eyes, crushed them, put them in a bowl, and mixed them up into a type of gelatin. And you actually see the little, the thing you used to fill donuts with, the little squeeze thing. You see that sitting next to it with a couple more eggs on the table.
Is this like a human corpse, or?
So, yeah, what kind of corpse?
Dog.
It is not a dog.
I'm gonna grab one of these bottles of wine. What kind of corpse was it?
Most of it is missing. So that is a society check.
Yeah, I'll go back and look.
Well, if it's a society check, you don't want to be eating it.
That tells you a lot right there, yeah.
You are not sure, other than it is some form of bipedal humanoid. The head, arms are missing. One of the legs is missing. It is hanging upside down. Like you can see the shoulders and kind of some of the torso. A lot of strips of meat have been removed. It is hanging from a meat hook.
Doesn't quite mean that it's a sentient creature. There's lots of strange monsters and stuff.
It's very stocky. Give me a perception check if you'd like to look around anything more. Because this was just right in the open. Okay, you do find, off to the side, like under this table, you find the head that the eyes came out of.
Oh boy.
It is a dwarf head.
Okay.
On the forehead of the dwarf is the arcane symbol of the dwarf you saw at the blacksmith.
It doesn't talk. Oh my god.
That.
Oh no. I'm gonna walk out with that bottle of wine and the thing, and I'm going over here with the bottle of wine.
Are you having some me time?
I vomit a lot. And then I open the wine and start drinking.
What's that weird noise?
Oh, hey, Ko. It was Ko. He was making
great
noises.
Getting started already? We haven't even left to go on our adventure yet. She says, eyeing her bottle.
Hiroko, pick one of the two spells you wanted to learn. You will have enough time to just finish one of those before they set out.
Ikrie, your talk with him was not good enough.
It doesn't matter. I can't prep either one, so.
What was it this time?
Well, you know those dwarfs from the blacksmith's place that don't talk?
The simulacrum?
Yeah, we're not sure if that was actually what they were. The way he was talking about it made it seem like they may have been more. Anyway, hold on. It's gonna vomit over the corner.
Oh no! Was that the sausage?
I don't know. He's already torn up the body and stuff, and
I'm pretty confident no.
took out the eyes.
It did taste like pork, but I also don't know how dwarves taste. Looks at Setari.
I don't think so. I don't think I know either. We haven't run into many of those.
Yeah.
She's like thinking hard about it, looking up.
Anyway, he has the body hanging upside down in there and just taking parts off.
Should we kill him?
Can we?